Tonight we are making one pan chicken surprise, and the surprise is I don't want to fucking cook tonight, and I still have to. So, into my absolutely massive skillet. Get it hot. Half a small onion sliced, and a metric ton of garlic. That should do. Cook your garlic and onions until everything is fragrant and your onions are translucent. Things are happening in my pot. I'm going to add in my chicken breast. To my chicken, caramelized onion butter, because it sounds good. And I really am not quite sure how I'm making whatever it is that I'm making yet. Cook your chicken until it will not poison your family. No one needs salmonella tonight. Tonight I'm going for an accidental chicken cordon bleu vibe. 8 ounces of chopped ham right in, which is this entire packet. Allow your chicken to cook and your ham to crisp up. My chicken is cooked, my ham is a little crispy, a little warm. I'm going to pull everything out of the pan. Now I'm usually opposed to doing this in a one pot meal. However, I don't want to dirty another dish to make this sauce that's going into this, so this is the better option. I'm going to add a few tablespoons of butter to this pan. I'm going to throw in a couple tablespoons of flour. About however much butter you put in, that's how much flour you want. And if you're new here, this is a roux. It is going to thicken our sauce. And I haven't told you what kind of sauce we're making yet because we're all learning together today. Hold your fucking horses. Allow your flour to cook off or else it's going to have an icky, gritty, floury taste. We don't want that. Now I'm going to add milk. Oh look, now we have something called a bechamel sauce. I have no idea how many cups of milk that was. Maybe 3. You can always add more, you can't take it out. Things are starting to thicken, but not as fast as I'd like, and I'm impatient, so I'm moving on to the next step. If you are less in a rush than I am, you can wait. I'm going to add in some shredded Swiss cheese. This is 8 ounces of Swiss cheese. It's just finely shredded, so it looks like a ton. Reserving about a half a cup to the side for sprinkling atop our casserole situation. We are going to allow this to melt in. Fresh cracked black pepper. Now I'm not going to be adding salt to this because there is ham in this dish. Ham is notoriously salty. Also, I accidentally used a ton of that Kinder's caramelized onion butter. That also has salt. But what I will add in is about a tablespoon or 2 of Dijon mustard. I am typically not a mustard eater, and I typically don't cook with mustard, but occasionally it calls for it. And by it calls for it, I mean I call for it because I made up this recipe myself, like right now. I have here a bag of steamed broccoli florets that I am just going to pulverize with my sleeves to break it up and hope that I don't burn myself. I'm burning myself. I think adding peas to this would be a really great move, but I don't have just plain peas. Go ahead and give this a stir until everything is well incorporated. I have here a bag of stuffing mix. And if my mixture was a little drier, I would add a cup of sour cream to this. However, this is quite saucy, so I'm just going to sprinkle the stuffing right on top. Beautiful, gorgeous. Remember this small amount of cheese I saved to the side? Throw that on top. You can take the back of your spatula and gently press your stuffing mix in to make sure that it gets moisture to the stuffing. It's instant stuffing after all. We'll be back when it's time to consume this mess. Here you have it, chicken surprise. And I know what you're thinking. Is it even good? And let's plate this up and give it a taste. This smells so good. Let's try this. This is so good. But of course it's good. I made it. Follow along for more aggressive tutorials. Tonight we are making orange chicken. And I realized this isn't the chicken you would usually use for orange chicken. But I don't feel like breading and deep frying my own chicken tonight. So we're gonna use this and pop these in the air fryer, and then I'm gonna come back and make some sauce. Let's do this. That looks like enough. I don't know. I've never made this before. Did I mention that? This bag was resealable. Not anymore. Pour our sauce into a measuring cup. I am going to pour like a cup and a half of orange juice. This is not authentic, people. I never claimed that anything I cook is authentic. It's gonna be sweet and sticky and soy-y. It'll be delicious. I hope. Our orange juice, I'm going to add a healthy squirt of ginger. I like ginger. Add some mirin, probably like a 1/4 cup. It helps if you drop the lid and spill half of it on the floor and counter. I am going to add a metric ton of garlic. That looks good. And soy sauce. However much your heart feels is right. That's what my heart says. I'm gonna add some chili powder. You should probably use chili flakes. I don't have chili flakes because I'm a whiny, wimpy baby who can't handle any spice. several heaping tablespoons of brown sugar or honey. It doesn't matter, you just want it to be sweet. Look, when it is almost overflowing, you know you're doing a good job. In a separate vessel, we're going to take a couple tablespoons of cornstarch and a couple tablespoons of water and make a slurry. And get cornstarch all over yourself. It's important. It should look milky. It should not be a non-Newtonian fluid. It should be liquid. You don't have to use a wok. You can use whatever pan you have. I am pouring my sauce right into my wok. I'm gonna let that start like dissolving and coming together a little bit. Our sauce has been cooking for a while. The brown sugar and everything has dissolved in it. It's cooked down a little bit. I am going to now add my slurry. This should thicken your sauce up. It will make it nice and glossy. We are going to let that cook down until it coats the back of the spoon. If you take your spoon and you draw a line and it doesn't come together, that's how you know your sauce is thick enough to move on to the next step. Next step is throwing our air fried chicken right into the sauce. Your chicken should be crispy. If it's not crispy, air fry it longer. It won't survive this sauce if it's not crispy. Fold it in. Some things I cannot explain to you, David. She's saucy, she's glossy, she's almost done. Great, some orange zest over top, just to finish her off. Last, but certainly not least, a small drizzle of sesame oil. This is my favorite ingredient when I am making Chinese adjacent foods. Gives it a little something something. Dinner is done. It was quick and easy. Let's plate this shit up. This is white rice. I'm so glad you can identify basic foods. This is broccoli from a steamer bag. I added some butter and garlic salt. Apparently, I ate more broccoli than any other human on the planet Earth. And that's probably accurate. I love broccoli. It's my favorite food. The moment you've all been waiting for. Orange chicken. It helps if you spill it on the counter. I know what you're thinking. Is it even good? And I sure hope so, because this is what's for dinner. That is so good. Of course it's good. I made it, but for real, this is delicious. I was not so sure. It's very orangey, so if orange is not your thing, don't fucking make orange chicken. I think it could use some red pepper flakes. Next time, I won't be a baby and I'll put red pepper flakes in it, okay? Make this. Follow along for more aggressive tutorials. I have no desire to cook, but the people in my house have a desire to eat. So let's make something because they must be fed every fucking night. And it must be done by me, I guess. I am not sure what we're eating tonight, but it's going to involve this sausage, I think. Because I have it in the fridge. Sausage chopped. Let's melt some butter. Nope, I don't want to do that. Olive oil, because I don't have to dirty a utensil to get olive oil out. Sausage into my pan. Whatever pan you use for this meal, make sure it has a lid. Brown up your sausage until it looks a little crispy, a little brown, and then we'll move on to the next step. My sausage is brown. My pasta is a pound. I'm throwing it in. This is fusilli. And I'm also going to throw right in a jar of pasta sauce, whatever kind you like. But we're not going to waste what's in the bottom of the pasta sauce jar. No, we're not. We are going to fill it with chicken broth. 1 jar worth. Helps if you spill everything all over yourself while you're cooking. 1.5 jars worth of chicken broth. I go by eyeball, and that's what my eyeballs are telling me. I didn't purchase any special ingredients for this meal. I just had all this shit in the back of my fridge. Allow your pasta and sausage to come to a simmer, and then pop a lid on this bitch. Like so. Allow these to cook until your noodles are mostly done. There won't be much liquid left in the pot when we return. Some time has elapsed, and there is less liquid in this pot than there once was. I'm going to give this a stir, and I'm going to add more shit to it. What shit, you're asking? Spinach that I found in the back of my fridge. I don't remember why I purchased it, but I did, and it still looks fine. I don't know, a few handfuls of spinach. Remember, it's going to cook down. I could put in way more spinach than that. But my children are going to cry at any amount of vegetables that are in this that's not broccoli. And they won't stop slamming the doors and screaming. And I'm at the end of my rope. While my spinach is wilting down, I'm also going to add in Parmesan blend. Because I want it to be a little creamy and a little cheesy. And this is also why I didn't salt it yet. Because Parmesan, Asiago, Romano is very salty cheeses. And I swear to God, my daughter is waiting until I start talking to start screaming. I do this every night and we don't run into this very often. I'm gonna stir this around, pop a lid on it, let it melt down, let my spinach wilt, and then we will serve this up alongside nothing. You get nothing else tonight. This is it. One pot, bada bing, bada boom, dinner. My pasta is looking done. Can you tell? Probably not. So let's plate this shit up. Here you have it. Creamy chicken sausage pasta with spinach. And I know what you're thinking. Is it even good? And I'm thinking the same thing because I thought this up about 30 minutes ago as I stumbled into the kitchen after taking a long nap and had to feed my family. I'm not particularly happy about this fact tonight. Let's try this. Oh my God. This is so good, especially for something that I threw together, having no plan at all until I started making it. Make this shit. But of course it's good. I made it. Follow along for more aggressive tutorials. All right, it's dinner time, guys. Tonight we are having taco tater tot casserole. This is it. In a massive skillet, you are going to place a pound of ground beef. Mine is in a bag. Brown up your beef. Chop it up aggressively. My ground beef is quite lean, so I am not draining it. I don't know, I must have bought very lean meat this time. But I will add a metric ton of garlic. 2 metric tons. And to those of you who look at this and say, that's so much garlic, yes and no. Minced garlic in the jar is much, much milder. Add in some onion powder, and don't be like me. Don't ever season over a hot pan. It will cause you to get some condensation inside of your jar from the moisture, and it will give your spices a clumping effect. Be better than me. Into our ground beef, you're going to add the equivalent of 1 packet of taco seasoning. I eyeball this. Looks good. A cup of salsa, half of a small jar. I am going to add a half a cup of water. That's for your taco seasoning. Add in 1 can of black beans, drained and rinsed. I have decided it needs the rest of the jar of salsa. I'm going to add in a bag of corn. It's frozen. It's fine. To this, I am going to add a good handful of cheese, probably a cup. That much. I am now going to top this mixture with a bag of tater tots. Frozen. It's important that they're arranged into a design. Don't just dump them on. That is chaotic and crazy. It takes an entire bag of tater tots to do this. A 2-pound bag. Pop this into a 350-degree oven until the top is a little bit crispy and a little bit brown. Then we are going to add cheese to the top. It's been about 20 minutes. To top my casserole with some cheese. Why? Because I live in the Midwest. Looks great. Let's pop it back in the oven until the cheese is golden brown and bubbly. Here it is. This is dinner. This is one of the only ways that my husband will eat tater tots, which I realize is a weird problem to have, but let's try it because I know what you're thinking. Is it even good? Let's try it. I'm hungry. Of course it's good. I made it. This is delicious. Make this. Follow along for more aggressive tutorials.